Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne. Sunday, January the 20th. The year's 2019. Let's talk trading. Weekly open and gap. This week, all our trades, money and risk management. Right? How about that risk management of the Patriots in the football playoffs today? Okay, weekly. As you can see, we only have two gaps that haven't filled once again. You have a couple opportunities. I can't come push that mouse button for you. But if you're not interested in the weekly opening gap trade, that's okay. As you can see here, we're still below that yearly open. Well, it looks like price may try and push up. Let's just see what happens this week. And you can see we're still on the first day of the week. So we've got the first day of the week high and low being put in right now. And you can see the first day of the month had a huge range. Once again, below all the opens for the past 12 months. And we're still in that range of the first trading day of the year. You can see that right there. So this is the range of the first trading month of the year. We'll be doing February soon. Inside bar, you see we broke out last session and we're still above it. But you see here, there's a whole bunch of inside bars you guys can look for to trade. And on the daily, you can see only two ranges over 100 so far, both New Zealand pairs you can see right there. So it's still, see, London hasn't quite clicked in, so not much trading's happening. You can see we're 4 pips over the daily open at the time. And there's the weekly highest open so far. We put in one on Friday right there, and you see what happened. There was a nice drop off of that holo trade. Pivot point was so close to the open and below the triggers, so there was really no fading of the pivot, even though it did get hit, but it didn't really give us a strong directional pull. And only 31 pips of range, so no rat zone trades at the time. You can see where the weekly pivot is, 124.35. So look for price to seek out that weekly pivot. It'll be interesting, that's for sure. And you can see we still have 2 missed pivots this year and the 2 from last year. Price action, we've had a 1 ball there, red at the line. You know, it's just really so simple. But some people choose not to take advantage, and that's okay. But I do find it, I don't know, I just find it so amazing when I look around at some of the trading forums what some people believe. But, you know, I just look there because every now and then somebody might say something that makes me think or gives me an idea for something. Perhaps they analyze something in a different way. I can always learn, but the more people, though, just keep putting them squiggly lines on the charts, I find it amusing. Wick zone in and out. I mean, price just does not like staying in the wick zones. Once again, simple trades. People ask me what to trade. You see, one thing about the wick zone is every time we get a new day, and price is probably going to go into one of the wick zones because the close is one of the lines of the wick zone. So if it goes, it has a high probability of going into that wick zone and then coming out. So you see here it went in and out right there, in and out. in and out. And it's just something that you can just trade off of it. So, for example, you know where the buy zone is, but if price goes into that wick zone and comes back, wants to come across the actually in this case the closing price here, which would probably the open price would be really close to it, then you might just want to take that trade short. No triggers on this chart so far, and you can see here prices just come down just a couple of pips. The Einstein line, once again, this was taken. This is off of Friday when I had the chart open, and you can see what happened here. You know, you can just take these trades. Sometimes you get a little, sometimes you get some reversal. You might have stopped out, reversed, picked up what you lost here. Some more hesitation, but you can see here how you can take advantage. And I did read something, you know, you can't go into trading expecting never to take a loss. I mean, that's just something, should be one of those first things that traders are taught. It's kind of like swinging a baseball bat. Don't think you're going to get a hit every time. Don't think you're never going to strike out. You just have to have some of these thoughts in your mind that may run counter to reality. You really have to get rid of them. Otherwise, it's just going to cause you a lot of pain. Once again, we looked at the high minus open and open minus low, the two pieces of the range, to get an idea whether or not there's still gas in the tank. So obviously right now, the 31 pip range, there's plenty of gas in the tank. You know, it's only 30% of the average. The average is 103 over the last 100 days. So we haven't even hit the minimum range yet. So obviously, there's a lot more gas in the tank. So that's it, fellow traders. On a Sunday, hope you enjoyed your weekend. I hope you enjoyed the playoffs. I think I might be pulling for the Patriots only because so many people hate Tom Brady, and I always like to go with the players or sports figures that people hate. You know, back ever since Muhammad Ali, Joe Namath, those Pete Rose. Those were the guys that I always pulled for because most people were against them. And that's why in NASCAR, I'm now a Kyle Busch fan because people hated Rowdy. So anyway, this week I hope everybody brings in buckets of pips, collect them, take those horizontal line crosses. And just remember, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So this week, drain the banks.